And good evening once again, and welcome back into the Hive here in the 549 Media Network as we have volleyball action tonight. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock as the Perham Yellowjackets get ready to take on the Hawley Nuggets here at the Hive. And Lance, the Yellowjackets back home after what was a tough one on Thursday night, but it was a Thursday night match that saw the Yellowjackets with much improvement.
Yeah, and I think you can look back, taking a set from the Wadena Deer Creek, Jason. Those are the small wins. Sometimes you got to take a step back, and not everything's going to just flow right off the bat. And for the Yellowjackets, it's going to be some mini victories. And coming off of a tough loss against Thief River, and then going to Wadena and playing in a kind of a tough arena against a very well coached longevity of a long history of being a really good team. I thought the Yellowjackets competed really well, and night in and night out, that's what we've heard from Coach Thompson is they want to build competitors, and I think they're on the right track.
In that contest, they were led by Greta Razor with 12 kills, Addie Hackle had 10 kills, while Cameron Coast dished out 15 set assists in the loss against Wadena Deer Creek, where they dropped that one by a score of 25-12, 25-16, came back and won set 3, 25-21. And then we're in a battle in set 4 and lost that one 25-22. On the other side, they're facing another strong team in the state-ranked Hawley Nuggets, who come in with a 3-0 victory over Monaga. A lot of experience and a veteran head coach on the sidelines as well.
Yeah, and you look at the names, and those of you who follow Section 8 AA volleyball and Heart of the Lakes Conference, you're going to recognize the vetters, Sanis, Rusted, Steer. You go down the line, Jason, and whatever sport we've been calling, it seems like it's those names over and over and again. So another kind of a buzzsaw for the Yellowjackets to start the year, but again, it also allows you to figure out where you're at and where you're going, and things aren't going to get any easier as Barnesville steps in later this week, and then off to Marshall they go, which has always been a really, really, really good early tournament with a lot of quality teams. So you'd like to say and look in the mirror and say something's going to get easier, but I don't see it in the near future.
And we chatted with head coach Paige Thompson about that, trying not to look too far ahead. Hear what she had to say also about facing her former squad in the Hawley Nuggets, and here's what she had to say right here on the 549 Media Pregame Show. 549 Media Pregame Show. I'm now joined by Perham head coach Paige Thompson, getting ready tonight for a battle with a team you're very familiar with, the Hawley Nuggets. First, overall, your thoughts on what you expect to see from them tonight?
They're definitely going to run a quick offense. They have really good ball control, so we just need to serve them out of system in order for us to compete, but we will.
Right. An interesting first week with Thief River Falls and Wadena Deer Creek, a chance to see your team really grow in those first two games. What were your thoughts coming away from those two matches?
From night 1 to night 2, we were a completely different team. We took a step from Wadena, which was huge. They're a very good team. So just seeing them come battle back after a tough first loss was very huge, and just made us coaching staff feel like relieved that like we got this, like they're in it to win it for the long run, not just their record.
Today is the first day of school, so that leads to a lot of little distractions. How does the team kind of manage that, and how do you as a first-year coach kind of manage that as well today?
We met in my classroom after school just to talk some volleyball. We watched a few clips, and we just kind of talked to get our mindset in the right direction. So hopefully that helps, because we're all day one.
What will be some keys for your squad tonight against the Hornets, or against the Nuggets? Excuse me.
We need to serve the ball. We also need to have our serve receive on point. That will be huge for us, so then we're able to run offense.
You're coaching against your mentor tonight, and Kathleen Rustad. What's that going to be like for you?
It's going to be a little weird, but it's going to be awesome just to see her again. They're like, she's super supportive, even coaching against her. So right away, I don't think we'll have much talk, but afterwards we'll talk.
What's it like now, a week under your belt with competition? I know you had a few weeks of practice, but what's it like to have that few weeks under your belt?
I'm glad week 1 is done of games. So are the girls. We're only up from here. We have 7 games this week. So adjusting our mindset to that is going to be huge.
Like, don't want to look too far ahead, but like
Correct.
you said, Barnesville on Thursday,
Yep.
the Southwest Minnesota Challenge this weekend. a very busy and a strong start to the schedule for you guys. What's that been like for you?
The girls have taken it really well. We just keep reinforcing that the record doesn't define the team we are. I don't care if we end up 0-9 to start this season. We're still going to fight till the end of the season, and playoffs is a whole different battle. So we're going to be ready to go for October, let alone, like, right now is not the biggest concern for us.
And that's one of the things I noticed in your game on Tuesday as well as Thursday, the team in their never give up attitude
Correct.
and their fight.
Yeah.
What's that like, and how nice is it to see that right away?
I couldn't have picked a better team to be a first-year coach with. They are giving me everything we're asking, and it's really rewarding for them as well as myself.
You got a mix of some older girls with some younger girls mixed in. How's that been?
Really good. The older girls are very inclusive and supportive, and some of my older girls that I quote-unquote talk about are sophomores. So they're really not that old, but they have a lot of pressure on them, and they've been handling it so well, so good so far. So.
How have you seen some of those first-year varsity players? I know they've had to make quite a leap from junior high straight to varsity. What's that been like for them, and how have you seen them kind of handle it?
8th grade to varsity is a huge jump. The first set, we looked like we were deer in headlights, but we improved from then. Tuesday was a whole different – they grew in 2 days. So that was rewarding to see, because that just goes to show that we're only going to keep getting better as the season goes on, which we all want. So that's really nice.
Tonight you get to coach again at the Hive. How's that been, the home court for you guys, and how that's been treating you?
Really fun. The environment's going to be crazy tonight, so that'll be fun to see.
All right, Paige, anything else you'd like to add?
Nope.
All right, that's Perham Yellowjackets Volleyball head coach Paige Thompson right here on the 549 Media Network.
Thank you.
We all know you're looking through Zillow trying to find that perfect home. Better question is, have you been pre-approved for it? If you're looking at making a move this year, getting pre-approved is going to be a great first step for you. What a pre-approval is going to do is it's going to set filters on your search and give you realistic expectations on what kind of homes you should be looking for. To get pre-approved, stop in and see us or visit us online at ucbankmn.com. I'm Alec Meyer, I'm a mortgage lender, and let's get ready to move this year.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
And welcome again back into the Hive as we're just a few moments away from the start of tonight's clash between the Perham Yellowjackets and Hawley Nuggets. This is actually the non-conference tilt between the two teams this year. As in conference play, they play each other once, but you have the option. If you're looking for a non-conference game, and sometimes they do it, they'll play each other twice.
Yeah, and I like that, Jason, and the fact that it's nice to play an early one and a late one. You get a chance to see a section foe also later on in the season, and it just makes for some good volleyball. And it also extends these rivalries, and you know that these ladies are playing against each other in summer tournaments, and now they get a chance to see and compete under the big lights and the big stage a couple times during the year.
In just a few moments, we'll have your starting lineups. So first, we'd also like to thank our broadcast partners and sponsors who make this broadcast possible. We'd like to thank United Community Bank, KLN Family Brands, Perham Health, EOT Insurance, Hammers Construction, Jack Chivers Realty, Lake States Hardware, as well as New Horizons Realty. We thank you for your support here of Perham activities on the 549 Media Network. We also, if you're interested in advertising, here's a way to find out. One way is send me an email, jgrowth@perham.k12.mn.us, and we'll try to get you set up and get you on board with 549 Media here at the Hive, and we have a good one tonight between the Yellowjackets and the Hawley Nuggets. And Lance, we've seen in the past Kathleen Rusted's team come in at times seem like they're a little bit in a struggle, and then they come into the KLN Family Brands Invitational and they just rattle off and go on a run. And they did that last year. Ended up actually suffering a tough loss, though, an upset in some people's mind to that Yellow Jacket squad that made a strong run last year at the end of the year.
Exactly, and not that they're never unprepared, because they are ultra prepared under Coach Rusted. They look laser focused coming in here, and I think sometimes two things can happen when you're early season ranked. It's a lot of weight on your shoulders, and some shy away. I don't see it out of the Nuggets. As early coaches poll, they come in rated 3 behind Albany and Chatfield. Wadena at 7, so really good local volleyball here, Jason. They look like they're ready to go, and so for the Yellow Jackets, nothing better to see where you're at than facing 2 top 10 coaches poll rated teams to start your year. You're going to find out where you're at in a hurry.
I think one of the also key things is this is a team, you know, you don't look past anyone, but this is, or not trying to say it that way, but this is a team that has, I think, a chip on their shoulder from last year's tough loss to the Yellow Jackets.
Right, and that, what a matchup that was. And you know, it's one of those, as you say it, I might go back and rewatch that because it was such a great, intense sport between two really, really good teams. But I have to think coming into that, Hawley really felt like they had an advantage and how well they were playing, and the Yellow Jackets just devised a great plan to steal that one away. So agreed, sometimes it's two different teams, totally different personnel, but that revenge factor is still there.
And that chip might be something that just propels this team throughout the year of their goal of getting down to the XL Energy Center. And you look at the Yellow Jacket squad, we touched on it. As Paige Thompson kind of talked about a little bit in that interview, we say they have some experience, but they really are a very, very young team with one senior in the starting lineup and then the rest sophomores and freshmen.
Right, and I think you can see it maybe a couple seniors there, Jason, with Mari Pulver and Greta Razor. They were the ones in our first broadcast that I thought played pretty well. Like it wasn't too big a game for them, and we talked about Mari Pulver swinging really well. They're going to have to continue to do that. You know, there's one thing to be a leader that's a talking leader. There's another one to say, hey, step on my shoulders, we're going to win this thing. And I think that's what they're looking for. And I think you have some sophomores in there that sprinkle in there that have those leadership qualities, maybe just need a little more court time to put that all together for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, I think that's one thing, you know, you look at the squads, the early games, I think will help this Yellow Jacket squad as they drive forward. I mean, you talked about it last week, iron sharpens iron, and that's what the Yellow Jackets are doing with this schedule. Didn't want to look too far ahead, but like you said, Thursday's a solid Barnesville team. And then you go down to Marshall in the Southwest Minnesota Challenge, and you're not going to have a cupcake there at all. Well,
you look at that, you know, Barnesville's got very good athletes. They did on their basketball program, so you know they're coming with that same type of so you're coming off, you get one day to practice, then you head down south and you go through, and then you come back to a Staples Motley team that's 5-1 and probably looking to contend in Section 6. And then you got Dilworth, who started off well. We'll find out how they do tonight as they have Wadena Deer Creek coming in. So it's going to be a tough couple stretch. And you know, the one thing that I can say about Coach Thompson, and you can see it on the faces of these ladies, they're ready to go. And they're loving the game of volleyball. And that's what has to continue, because the tide's going to turn at some point. And you just need to keep those positive attitudes going until that time happens.
Oh, and the one thing, too, about this Coach Thompson team, I noticed this and I talked to her about it a little bit, is never quit. I mean, you look at that game against Thief River Falls, they were down, I believe, 7 or 8. It was in that third set, got it back to a tie, a service error, and then a break went Thief River Falls' way, and they were able to capitalize on that third one. You drop 2 quick ones to Wadena Deer Creek, come back, battle, get the third one, and then you have a battle all the way down to the wire in set 4.
And you think about that, Jason, how easy it is for all of us to go when things aren't going well. It's easy to throw in the towel. That says a lot about how they respect Coach Thompson already in her young career, is to continue to step up time after time when you get tripped up, to get back up and continue to go after it. And I see that in these Yellow Jackets, and that's a positive thing to see, because these sophomores and freshmen aren't going to be sophomores and freshmen for forever. And even by the end of the year, I don't think they'll play like that, because after a year's experience, you're no longer a rookie, you become a veteran.
And with that, we'll take a quick timeout, come back to the Hive here on the 549 Media Network.
Hey, it's Tucker again. Did you know? EOT Insurance Agency.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction. Your vision, our team.
Since 1980, more families have depended on Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. Whether it's buying or selling, Chivers delivers. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. My goal is to show you that great service doesn't go out of style like garden gnomes. At Jack Chivers Realty, we make the buying and selling process simple and stress-free. We're dedicated to guiding you through every step with ease. Find out how Chivers delivers for yourself. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
And Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
Right here in downtown Perham.
Welcome back into the Hive and get ready to go for tonight's contest between the Perham Yellowjackets and the Hawley Nuggets. We're just moments away from the start of tonight's clash between these two HOL rivals, and good student sections on hand tonight. Expected to bring a lot of energy and for tonight's contest between the Yellowjackets and the Nuggets.
I thought one of the things in your interview, Jason, that I thought was a really, really good question was the dynamic of being the first day of school. And it's one of those things that it just throws a wrench into being coaches, and those of you coaches out there, any change in what you do, just it seems to change up everything. So kind of making this similar to those games that they had without being in school. I like what Coach Thompson did, gathering them up, watching a little film, getting yourselves ready, kind of taking your mind off that first day of school.
Again, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast here on the 549 Media Network. We're moments away from the start of tonight's game between the Yellowjackets and the Hawley Nuggets. And Lance, one of the things I thought Paige really hit on and talked about is going to be the service and serve-receive game. We saw that really a struggle against Thief River Falls.
Oh, exactly. It was hard to get an offense going because Thief River did a really nice job on the service, and also it was just tough for them to get their offense set up.
And we're just a few seconds away. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back to the Hive for the Nuggets and the Yellowjackets on the 549 Media Network.
New Horizons Realty is a full-service real estate company who has been helping buyers and sellers in Lakes Country for over 25 years. They understand the local market conditions because they are from here, live here, and have lifelong careers in real estate. Get a free estimate with an experienced, local, laid-back, and friendly agent that's a part of a team you can trust and will go to work for you. Visit permrealestate.com or call 218-346-7767 to speak with Chad and his dedicated team at New Horizons Realty in Perm.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Welcome back into the Hive once again. Now we're going to send it down to Arleome with the introductions of tonight's game.
Nuggets. Non-starters, number 3, Gracie Hecker. Number 5, Emma Sanis. Number 7, Sella Fleming. Number 10, Mallory Helverson. Number 12, Kendallin Hill. Number 13, Josie Skate. Number 15, Marley Knudsen. And number 17, Haley Jelinek. Now let's meet the starters for the Nuggets. Libero, number 2, Hannah Stotts. Number 4, Ingrid Rusted. Number 6, Katie Vetter. Number 8, McKenna Walker. Number 9, Izzy Steer. Number 11, Annika Johnson. And number 16, Adrena Libanov. Assistant coaches, Nicole Martin, Jennifer Jadon, Miguel Garcia, and Carrie Vetter. Head coach of the Nuggets, Mrs. Kathleen Rusted. Managers, Addison Sandvik, Brenna Brager, and Lexi Mathias. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Perham Yellowjackets. Non-starters, number 4, Devin Solberg. Number 9, Sam Mosloff. Number 11, Chesney Esser. Number 12, Natalie Flano. Number 15, Reagan Hemberger. Number 16, Maddie Kunza. Number 19, Kyla Wolf. And number 21, Rena Keldor. Now let's meet the starting lineup. Number 1, Cameron Coast. Number 2, Jocelyn Griffin. The libero, number 3, Sophie Nelson. Number 6, Greta Razor. Number 7, Maury Culver. Number 13, Jody Larson. And number 14, Addie Hackle. Assistant coaches, Aaron Mosier, Tiffany Emberger, Miranda Sazma, and Toshi Garber. Head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Miss Paige Thompson.
Introductions there by our public address announcer, Arleome. As we're just moments away now from the start of this game between the Yellow Jackets and the Nuggets. Again, starting lineups for the Yellow Jackets: Cameron Coast, Jocelyn Griffin, Greta Razor, Mari Pulver, Jovi Larson, and Addie Hackle. The libero tonight is Sophie Nelson. For the Nuggets, it's Ingrid Rustad, Katarina Vetter, McKenna Walker, Izzy Steer, Annika Johnson, and Adrena Libanov. And the libero is Hannah Stotts for the Nuggets. And when you're playing a team like Hawley, if you're the Yellow Jackets, you can't really afford to let them get on an early run. You want to try to keep it close and then have a chance at the end.
Right, and the other way you can look at it a little bit, you kind of can play with a nothing to lose attitude here, Jason, and and it doesn't mean you're not giving your best, but swing away. See what you have. Go at the Nuggets, maybe catch them a little bit off guard, and I expect the way Coach Thompson talked in the pregame and what we've seen out of these Yellow Jackets, that's just what they'll do.
Ingrid Rustad will start the night off serving for the Nuggets. There's that first serve going right at Nelson, passes it over to Hackle. Now the Yellow Jackets will send it over with Pulver. Jump set there into the net on the attempt by Johnson, and the Yellow Jackets take an early 1-0 lead.
And I think the Yellow Jackets, even though it worked out their way that time, Jason, they got to stay away from the free ball and allowing the Nuggets to swing away. That's a recipe for disaster tonight.
Razor with a nice serve, dug up though, sent over near side. Now pushed over by Hawley. Ghost with the set for Griffin into the net for the air. Now serving will be McKenna Walker, a junior, for Hawley. Walker on the serve. Strong line drive serve at Razor. Now pass for Addie Hackle, pushes that over, but just misses the line, and it's out.
Kill percentage for both teams not very good to start. Jason, whether it's a little nerve still early in the season, one team or the other has to get this ball in play, at least get a volley going.
Now for Hackle again. She swings at that one off the block. Quickly set over that time by Rustad. And it's now 3-1.
Kind of what you talked about. We don't want to see the Nuggets get on a run here. Look for the Yellow Jackets. Nice pass there.
Pulver with the soft hit, dug up there by Liebenau. Now punch over with the left hand for Hawley. Razor for Pulver. Dug up, pass, far side, Liebenau off the block. Yellow Jackets keep it alive, now Hawley. We'll send that over with Vetter. Pulver to Coast. Now set there for Griffin. Griffin hits strong, but just misses the end line. And it's 4-1.
You know, but what I like out of that, Jason, is she swung away, and she did catch the Nuggets off guard. Just a little too hard on the hit there.
Ghost with the set now for Hackle. Hackle swings, finds it off the tip and down on the Yellow Jackets. End that run. It's now 4-2.
Right, and a great job there by Coast, kind of, and in the net. She did a jump set it perfectly up for Hackle, and we've seen she's dangerous on the outside. Nice job by the Yellow Jackets.
Mari Pulver to serve for the Yellow Jackets. Larson comes into the front row. Pulver with a high looping serve there. Off the block there. Hawley does punch it alive by Johnson. Now Hackle blocked. Hawley with the cross-court kill there for Liebenau.
One of the things I think you can take an early look for the Yellow Jackets, their net game blocking, Jason, has been really good. Really good swinging Nuggets team, and they've gotten a hand on every ball so far tonight.
Hannah Stotts, the libero server. Except for Hackle, the middle block there with a nice job by Izzy Steer in the middle. And it's now 6-2 in favor of the Nuggets.
Wow, did you see her hand angle there, Jason? I thought it was going out of bounds for sure, and she just happened to get that right arm in a little bit and just nicked the line there. Awesome play.
Stotts to another good serve. Razor on the return. Now Larson sends it over. Going near side, left hand, punched over. Coast sends it over, keeps it alive. Shot is inside the line. And it's 7-2. And Stotts will serve. There was an error on the Yellow Jackets at the net anyway, so the point was good no matter what. And it did land in. Short serve, catches Griff, and Sophie Nelson sends it over. Low set there, but a nice block at the net by Hackle. And we have a player down with an injury. She slipped and went down hard. And with that, we'll take a quick break.
We all know you're looking through Zillow trying to find that perfect home. Better question is, have you been pre-approved for it? If you're looking at making a move this year, getting pre-approved is going to be a great first step for you. What a pre-approval is going to do is it's going to set filters on your search and give you realistic expectations on what kind of homes you should be looking for. To get pre-approved, stop in and see us or visit us online at ucbankmn.com. I'm Alec Meyer, I'm a mortgage lender, and let's get ready to move this year.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
Well, welcome back to the Hive. The injured player for Hawley was Izzy Steer. And we just send our best to her. Don't want to speculate on the injury, but she was helped off by trainer Colton Lehman and activities director Aaron Anderson, and hope for the best for her. But she was able to get off under her own with help, but okay in that way, but we don't want to speculate. Now serving will be Reagan Hemberger for the Yellowjackets. Stotts backs up, passed up ahead and hit down for the kill right there by Kendall Hill, who comes in and gets the point back to Hawley at 8-3.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to get right back into your offense when you see one of your players go down. Nice job by Hawley to regather themselves, come right out firing.
Stella Fleming off the tape and down for an ace serve. And Hawley now leads 9-3. We touched on it a little bit. You kind of hope to avoid this early run, but Hawley's had other ideas for the Yellowjackets so far in the early going. Hemberger to coast, set near side for Hackle, and that one's down off the block for Addie Hackle.
Right, and I think if you're the Yellowjackets, you just try to chip away. You're not going to probably make a 5-point run, not that you can't, but keep chipping away here.
Another nice serve there. That time by Hackle. Tries to dig that one up, but it's put down for the kill. And getting that one is Ingrid Rustad. One thing I do like so far, I know the score not in the Yellowjackets side of things, but their attack at the net when they get a good set, they're hitting and trying to put it down, not tipping and just passing it over like they had in the past.
Their service game has been better tonight. Other than the first couple, they're passing the ball better. You got to remember they're playing a really good team here, and they're battling.
Mallory Halverson with a strong serve. It's now 11-4. And another ace for Halverson. This is one of those nights you talk a little bit about the mentor versus the mentee. We'll talk about that as we take a break, as the Yellowjackets take timeout, trailing 12-4.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Welcome back into the Hive. The Yellowjackets trail set one by a score of 12-4 against the Hawley Nuggets. And the unique thing about tonight, Paige Thompson going against one of her mentors in Kathleen Rustad, as Paige Thompson was on the sideline for Hawley the last 2 years as an assistant coach, and you know there's a lot that she's taken away from Kathleen Rustad and what she brings to the game.
Right, and in the interviews you've read, she has nothing but respect, and she should. And it's got to be one of those nervous jitters to go up against someone that you look up to and that you're probably striving to build a program like.
Larson pushes that over, stops, punches it up, keeps it alive, and Hawley will send it back. Nelson there. Ghost tracks it down, looking for Larson. She'll push it over. That's punched over that time by Walker. Set in the middle. Razor tries to direct it, and she's able to get it down. That's 12-5. Razor saw an opening in that Hawley defense, a rare one, and was able to put that one down to make it 12-5.
Exactly, and that's that veteran leadership coming out of, she didn't overkill that one. She just found the open spot. Nice job by Razor.
Sophie Nelson at Stotts with the serve there. Now the far side. Nelson keeps that one alive. Now Pulver with the hit. And Stotts keeps up for a second, but can't. And Mari Pulver with the kill. And the Yellow Jacket faithful with some excitement on that one. It's 12-6.
Right, and this is what I'm saying. Keep chipping away. Maybe put a little doubt in the mind of the Nuggets. And if you're the Nuggets, you're going to regroup. I don't think you're going to get shook over a couple points. But if you're the Yellow Jackets, this is something you build off of.
Nelson with the serve. Just misses the sideline. It's out.
And that's really what plagued the Yellow Jackets when we had them in the first match of the season, Jason, is they would get a crucial stop or get a little run going, and then the service game would kind of lapse on them, and they'd turn the ball right back over to the opponent.
Kendall and Hill on the serve. And that was a strong one, and now it's put down there by McKenna Walker. That's an 8 points. 14-6.
And I think you can look, Jason, as you go down the line. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth person who has a kill in tonight's. Out of the 14 points, that's a sign of a really good team.
Pulver had a big kill there again for the senior Mari Pulver. I believe that's unofficially 2, I think, for her.
Yeah, and I thought she swung really well against Thief River Falls. Just the luck wasn't with her, or there'd be a little tip at the net or those sorts of things. So it's nice to see her carrying where she started playing here at the Hive.
Coast with the strong serve, but Hawley's able to push it over, and the Yellow Jackets with an opportunity here. It's Razor in the middle. Sends that over now. Hawley has a chance to return the favor. Blocked was Johnson. Hawley keeps it alive. Walker blocked that time. But Hawley keeps it alive. Now Razor swings that time into the net, though.
And that's one of those plays I think you're going to see the Yellow Jackets get better. It's that quick game that's tough to get. Different setter from last year. Coast doing a great job with that jump set. Just the timing's not quite there yet. Ooh, tough serve.
Now Griffin swings with a nice one there, but kept alive by Walker and into the net. And the Yellow Jackets get the point, and it's now 15-8 in favor of Hawley here on the 549 Network. We thank you for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast and a full week of Yellow Jacket activities here on the 549 Media Network, with volleyball on Thursday as well, and the Yellow Jacket football team at home in the battle for the paddle. Hawley keeps that alive. Now Coast with it to Griffin into the block and down. One thing I like about what Griffin's bringing to the table is she's attacking. Just right now, just finding the net more than she needs.
Yeah, and that's one of those things I think, Jason, and it's going to sound like a broken record, but the more game experience you have at this level, the game's obviously faster than probably what she's played before. It'll come.
Punched over and into the net. As it's 17-8 in favor of Hawley. Now serving is Emma Sanis. With it to Hackle, and Hackle gets the kill.
And if there's something that sums up this team, I think it's those last 2 possessions right there, Jason. Hackle was not happy with the play before. She didn't back down. She actually attacked harder than she has so far and put a really good swing on that ball.
Pulver with the serve, keeps it alive. Now it's going to be sent over by Larson. And now miscommunication there between Larson and Pulver. Now Nelson will come in the back row, the libero for Pulver, who exits. And Stotts will serve for Hawley. And a tough read and a nice serve by Stotts just inside the line here on the corner. And it's now 19-9 in favor of the Golden Nuggets here at the Hive.
Right, Nelson did what she's supposed to. She listened to her teammates. They said leave it. Tough call there.
Ghost to Griffin, taps that over. Near side, Stotts will send it over. And it's out. And you got to give credit to this Hawley Nuggets squad. They're doing what a number 3 ranked team should do against a young, inexperienced team, is they're just taking care of business.
Yeah, putting some pressure on the Yellowjackets. You know, they do the things that they do well. They're moving their service game. They're long corner to corner, and then they'll bring a change up in, and they're doing a really nice job.
Hemberger will serve for the Yellowjackets. That's Stotts. Set here and blocked down in the middle, but the Yellowjackets were into the nets. On the block of Hill, Yellowjackets in the nets.
You still can't take away from the Yellowjackets. That block game is there, Jason, and they're doing a really, really good job of playing the offense. Maybe that's some of that familiarity that Coach Thompson brings of the Hawley program, but they seem to be right where they need to be to get that block down.
Nelson. Coast calling for it on the set for Hackle. Hackle, but Stotts keeps it up and alive. Set near side. Ranging and going skyward for it was Rustad, but she puts it into the net. And it's 20-11. It's set number 1. Hackle will serve. Nice low line serve, and their Razor read that well, but Hawley, for the moment, had it alive, but the block at the net for the Yellowjackets makes it 20-12.
Right, and continuing the battles, kind of been the theme of the night. Hackle with a really nice serve there, putting the pressure on the Nuggets.
One of the few points that Hawley's been on the rhythm here, and Larson gets blocked at the net, though she had a good swing at it. Ghost just keeps it alive. Hackle in the back row in the net.
One of the things you can take out of that, though, Jason, is you look what a strong serve will do. Addie Hackle's got a really strong serve. She was on in that series of serves and really got the Nuggets out of their rhythm.
Now serving will be Mallory Halverson. And now Razor punches that over. And sent over by Walker. Finds the hole in the Yellowjacket defense, makes it 22-12. Low line drive serve. Razor finds the far corner for a kill.
I know when we talk to Greta, she really likes the middle game. I do like seeing her swing away from the outside in different spots as well. Sometimes when you get that middle game, you try to place the ball instead of just swinging away. Good to see her do that.
Tough serve into the net there. That's now 23-13. Hawley closing in on a set 1 victory. Nice serve there by Hill. Set for Pulver, punches that over. Now the back set, this time Rustad corrects, sends it over nicely. Pulver again. Saved nicely coming across there by Vetter. Punched over, now Nelson. Ghosts with the set for Razor into the net on the slide. That's 24-13.
Yeah, you were just watching a good team here, Jason. Even when they're out of sequence or they're scrambling, they seem to find a way to get the ball over every time.
Ghost sends that over. Walker finishes it. McKenna Walker with the kill. Hawley takes set one, 25-13. And just a strong first set from the Hawley Nuggets as they have been, as advertised, the number 3 ranked team in the coaches poll, showing why they're one of the top teams in the state already.
Yeah, and they're coming from lots of different angles. Jason, we talked about there's 5 or 6 girls with a kill. They've got 3 or 4 with ace serves. Yellow Jackets are doing well. They just need to have Hackle with has been kind of the attack leader and going after it. Razor's trying to help out and Pulver, but just have to have a little bit more diversity in their offense coming in the second set.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Yellow Jackets trail this one set to nothing. We'll look for set number 2.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction, your vision, our team.
New Horizons Realty is a full-service real estate company who has been helping buyers and sellers in Lakes Country for over 25 years. They understand the local market conditions because they are from here, live here, and have lifelong careers in real estate. Get a free estimate with an experienced, local, laid-back, and friendly agent that's a part of a team you can trust and will go to work for you. Visit permrealestate.com or call 218-346-7767 to speak with Chad and his dedicated team at New Horizons Realty in Perm.
One of our core values at United Community Bank is reinvesting in the communities we serve. I personally take great pride in this as I'm a 5th generation in our family here at United Community Bank. We've been here for over 100 years. We take a great sense of pride in sort of that reciprocal relationship we have with our community that, you know, we need our community members and they need us, and we love giving back and reinvesting.
Well, welcome back to the Hive here on the 549 Media Network. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock. The Hawley Nuggets will be without the services of Izzy Steer the rest of this game after suffering that leg injury in set 1. She's back on the bench with her team, but that leg is heavily wrapped up. But she's there with her teammates, and you know, it's a tough break for her, but this Hawley Nuggets strong. They didn't skip a beat, and you know Steer's a weapon for that team, but it just shows the depth that this Hawley Nuggets squad has.
Right, and there's probably no replacing someone tonight like Izzy Steer. But I love, and you know that Coach Vedder's got that type of attitude of next person up. You know, and that's what builds a program and those sorts of things. Again, we wish nothing but the best. I hope we see Steer back on the court really soon because she is such a talented athlete.
One thing I've noticed about this Nuggets squad and their coaching staff, they've all made a point of it to go check on her and talk to her as she's there on the side watching her teammates. As Cameron Coates will now serve to start things off for the Yellow Jackets. Nice slow line drive serve for an ace. And the Yellow Jackets take an early 1-0 lead.
Great way to start by the Yellow Jackets. And again, those are the things I'm looking for, Jason, is where do you see these areas of improvement? Serve game, hopefully not an ounce or jinx, has been one of them. Serve receive's been better. Their block game has been outstanding tonight. So things that you can look at and go, wow, things are happening in an early 2-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets.
There's 2 hits, a double hit called on Hawley, and Coast will continue to serve. And that one put down in the middle by Annika Johnson. She gets the kill. It's 2-1 Hawley with the serve. Ingrid Rustad to serve. Nice strong serve at Nelson by Rustad. Razor will send it over. Stops with the diving save. Punch over by Johnson. Tough hit by Nelson, but the Yellow Jackets save it. Hackle now coast sends it over. And Hawley has a chance here on this rally. Walker off the tape and off the pin as well. And the Yellow Jackets lead 3-2-1.
And again, you love to see a team rewarded when the Yellow Jackets scrambled the way they did, got the ball over, got right back into play, and then ended up getting the points. So again, that hustle that we've been talking about showing up again here in set number 2.
Nelson punches that up for Coast. Now Pulver off the block. Stotts keeps it alive. Rustad with the set in the middle. But the Yellow Jackets are in the net. And the attempt by Johnson makes it 3-2. As Walker will now serve for Hawley. Razor to Coast. Far side, Hackle, she has to punch it over and wide. Little too far out in front for her on that one, and we're now tied at 3.
Again, and it's one of those things that the competitor to me would like to see Hackle swing away on that one, because she can bring a serious punch with when she hits. So let's see if they go back to her and she swings away.
And punching that one long this time was Scylla Fleming. And it's 4-3 Yellow Jackets with an early lead in the race to 25. We thank everyone for tuning in here in the 549 Media Network. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast once again. Fleming hits that one, but Razor keeps it alive. Now it's Griffin going to the far side, kept up by Rustad, punched over. And now Razor quickly sends it over, trying to catch Hawley out of rhythm. Now punch over left hand by Vetter. Now looking for Larson. Larson stops with a nice dig. Now the far side punched over. That time by Fleming again, and the Yellow Jackets return it wide and out. And now we're all knotted at full.
Yeah, good volley there by both teams. And again, Hawley just seems to be always in that right place, Jason, and that's a veteran club.
Johnson with a very strong serve gets the ace for at 5-4. Couple of updates today. The Yellow Jackets tennis team continues their dynamic start. They earned a 7-0 victory over the Moorhead Spuds. A nice victory for them today.
Jamison Miller and the staff and the ladies doing an excellent job to start the season.
They're on hand tonight, enjoying tonight's action. It's Hackle into the block, and a nice job by Hawley to keep that block down and in. And I believe it was Hill with that block to make it 6-4. Serving will be Johnson again. Just cuts that serve right over the net low, and Hackle puts that over. Tough set there, and that's going to be 4 on Hawley, and it's 6-5.
Yeah, I'm going back to what you said. That serve is almost incredible to watch with that little cutter action. It barely gets over the net, and then it drops at the yellow line, and it's kind of thrown the Yellow Jackets for a little bit of loop, because it looks like it's coming over a little bit deeper than what it is.
Hemberger with the serve, and that's put away by Fleming. And it's 7-5 Hawley.
As we get a substitution, some interesting things happening, Jason. We talked about the team the Yellow Jackets just played in Wadena Deer Creek. They dropped the first set to Dilworth, Glenn, and Felton at DGF. So there's quite a few teams in this. As a error there by the Yellow Jackets. Good hustle by Coast. Not quite able to bring it back in. Another point for the Nuggets. Maddie Kunza into the game. Taking a look to see where that's coming. So they put her right to work. Nice setup, Hackle over the top on a tip. Hawley brings it back, and it looked right on the line to me, but out was the call, so point Yellow Jackets. 8-6 lead for the Nuggets as the Yellow Jackets here need to make a little run again. Hackle at the service line, bullets that serve over again. Kind of gets the Nuggets on their heel. Good swing, but great block by the Yellow Jackets. Razor again at the net. Yellow Jacket sets up Jovi Larson with the kill. Her tip over by the Nuggets. Back to Larson. She swings away, but this one just the top stripe of the net. Point Nuggets 9-8. We've got some substitutions here. Jelnick at the line for the Nuggets. And her serve goes into the net, so point back to the Jackets. On a teeter-totter ride, we are right now 9-9 in set number 2. Set number 1 went the way of the Nuggets, 13-25. And this one a little tighter match here as the Yellow Jackets making a few changes, getting themselves ready to go. Again, nice serve there. Hit over by Walker. Razor returns the favor. Nice setup here, but into the net go the Nuggets, and the Yellow Jackets regain the lead. Sophie Nelson, freshman, libero, stepping up to the service line for the Yellow Jackets with that 1-point lead. A few other changes here, and again, it's kind of a weird atmosphere right now, and the Yellow Jackets are looking to make a little run of their own and put some pressure on the third-seeded Nuggets. There's an ace serve by Sophie Nelson, and again, just what we expected is 11-9 here. We thought the Yellow Jackets would battle, and they're proving to do just that. Vetter with a veteran team here, kind of letting those play, and Nelson gets one off to the right of the net and not over, so it will go back to the Hawley Nuggets. Stotts at the service line, little jump serve coming here, off to Kunza. Nice job by Coast to get there. Free ball over for the Nuggets. Walker into the net, so a little bit out of sequence here for the Nuggets, and they're not getting that hit up to the net just like we'd like to have happen.
Lance, nice job, thank you, as Cameron Coast will step to the service line for the Yellow Jackets. Nice serve along the line, dug up there by Vetter, but it drops, and the Yellow Jackets with a 13-10 lead and a timeout coming from the Hawley Nuggets. We'll take a break. Yellow Jackets by 3 in set 2.
Since 1980, more families have depended on Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. Whether it's buying or selling, Chivers delivers. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. My goal is to show you that great service doesn't go out of style like garden gnomes. At Jack Chivers Realty, we make the buying and selling process simple and stress-free. We're dedicated to guiding you through every step with ease. Find out how Chivers delivers for yourself. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
Well, welcome back once again into the Hive, Lance, and the Yellow Jackets. The strong start here in set number 2, playing some great volleyball.
Yeah, they really are. They're doing what they do well. It's hustle, it's effort, and it's getting to those spots that maybe they didn't get to so much at the first period. And I don't want to bring this, but you kind of wonder with the Nuggets when you have a teammate that was injured and you watch them come out of the locker room, if it changes demeanor just a little bit. I know Coach Vetter would never pin something like that on their play. Look for them to come out of the timeout and run something really well, and they do that, just that, and right down the line they go with a really nice hit by Ingrid Rusted, and we've seen her do that a lot of times here in the Hive.
Now Rusted will serve for Hawley. Nice serve there by Rusted at Hackle. She controls with a nice pass up head, tough set, and into the net. Razor trying to bump that over, but Walker was there. That's 13-12. The set was a little too far ahead for Razor to do anything with. 13-12. Yellow Jackets clinging to that 1-point lead. And an out of rotation call on the Yellow Jackets. And we're tied at 13. Again, we thank you all for tuning in and bearing with us during our slight technical issue, but we should be good to go now. Nice serve there by Rusted. Short serve for the ace. And now the Yellow Jacket head coach Paige Thompson will call timeout. We'll take a break as the Yellow Jackets now trail 14-13.
Hey, it's Tucker again. Did you know? EOT Insurance Agency.
Welcome back into the Hive. Out of the timeout, both teams are ready to go with Hawley leading 14-13. And it's kind of one of the things we talked about. The Yellow Jackets playing some of their best volleyball, but yet still find themselves in a hole against a very strong Hawley Nugget squad. And that's a good way to describe them as Razor with a kill attempt. They just seem to get to everything. And Walker punches that over, and Nelson and Hackle avoid a collision, but converge going for the ball, and it's 15-13.
Well, one of the things we talked about before this 2 timeouts ago was we're going to see a different Hawley team with Coach Vetter taking a timeout, and we've seen just that.
And the Yellow Jackets now trail 16-13. Yellow Jackets going to make a quick change here. Larson's going to come in for Nelson. And now Rustad has been on a nice run at the service line, but misses the sideline. 16-14. The Yellow Jackets back to the service line. And back in is Sophie Nelson as Razor will serve. Razor looks to the sideline to get the serving instruction. Drops one right in front of Stotts. Nice save by Rustad, kept alive. Set for Hackle. Dug back up again by Hawley. Walker. That is just long. They want a tip. No tip says the officials.
Yeah, and that's a great answer. A nice job by Razor with a really good serve, kind of getting the Nuggets out of their sequence right away, but here come the Nuggets.
Griffin, tough one at the net. The Yellow Jackets win it. Griffin hit it slightly along the line, and Hackle's there to finish it.
Yeah, and she did a really nice job there, Jason, just staying with that ball, not jumping too early. We're tied up again at 16.
Razor with the serve. Set near side. Block at the net. Kept alive, though, by Hawley. They go for the quick set over. The Yellow Jackets keep it alive, and Nelson sends it over. Hawley has a chance here, though. And they take advantage with the kill by Stella Fleming. And Hawley with the free ball takes a 17-16 lead. And back at the service line will be McKenna Walker, the junior. Has really stepped up tonight in the absence of Izzy Steer. I thought Tiz Walker just played a great game in the starting lineup with a nice serve there. Now far side, Hackle drives that down in front of a diving Ingrid Rustad for the kill, and we're knotted at 17-all.
Yeah, and I'd agree with you. I think Walker's done a nice job. Another person that I think came in to help out is Annika Johnson, and it's nice when you can bring in a 5'11", 6'4" middle hitter to help you out of not in your starting lineup to kind of bridge that gap for a little while.
Pulver with a nice serve. Now Hackle off a couple of hands and down for a kill, and the Yellow Jackets in front, 18-17. We kind of talked about in the past with a lot of our basketball games, winning moments and winning times. here's that time in set number 2 for the Yellowjackets.
Yeah, and this is the time if you can start to make a separation, maybe get yourself to 20. You put some pressure on these Nuggets who maybe haven't been in that position. I think they won 3-0 the first time they were out, so see how they handle those type of situations.
Set for Larson. She tips that over and directs it over. Set in the middle, sent over Pulver. Hackle, keep it alive. Quick reflexes in the middle. And there is a kill for Hill. Or excuse me, that's Johnson to tie it at 18. Now Johnson will serve. Monica Johnson to the service line, knotted at 18.
And again, we've talked about this, Jason. Don't let 1 point now turn into 2 or 3. Get this service back as fast as you can, but a nice serve there, just cutting that net again.
Hackle swinging away off the tape with a gratuitous bounce over the block and down. That's 19-18. And Reagan Hemberger will step in to serve. As the ball gets delivered to Hemberger, she gets ready to serve here for the Yellowjackets. And finds the sideline. Did Scylla Fleming. And once again, we're all square.
Little miscommunication there by the Yellowjackets, I believe, as that side kind of got vacated, and a great job by Fleming being in midair, just seeing where that opening was.
Long serve, good call in the back row. Maddie Kunze along with Sophie Nelson were all over that one. And the Yellowjackets are the first to 20 in the race to 25. Hackle will serve. The nice serve. Hawley's out of rhythm. They'll send it over. Coast with the set for Razor on the slide. Kept alive though by Hawley. Now sent over with the left hand. Reading it well is Katarina Vetter. She puts it down. We're tied at 20.
Wow, that was like the point guard on a basketball team. As she just, I think she was going to set it up and saw that that other side was vacated away from us, Jason, and she just put it in a great spot.
Halverson will serve. And now we're going to have an official discussion.
I'm not really sure what this is quite about. It seemed like the point was given, but
we'll have the officials now talking over with the coach, with Kathleen Rustad. Paige Thompson's going to want an explanation as well. And we'll get one.
And at the end of the day, I think it's going to be play on, and we're going to get ready to go. Maybe something about a rotation, as some notes were taken there.
Razor off the block, keeps it alive, but it goes out. And Hawley takes a 21-20 lead.
Again, that timing, Razor was in the air, just had to double clutch that one a little bit, and it allowed the block to happen.
Halverson to serve. At Hackle, Coast keeps it up. Razor punts it over, but she was underneath for the illegal hit. It's now 22-20 in favor of the Nuggets here on the 549 Media Network.
We're getting a timeout here, Jason, on behalf of the Yellowjackets. Probably a good time to do that.
And we'll take a break. Yellowjackets trail by 2.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
Well, welcome back into the Hive. Set number 2. Hawley cruised in set 1, 25-13. The Yellowjackets have really paddled in set number 2. had a lead at 20-19, but a 3-0 run right now by Hawley has them in the lead 22-20 in the race to 25. As Halverson will serve. Kunza to Coast, now for Razor. Razor blocked at the net by Hill. A nice job by Hill, read that well. Razor had a full swing, but was in perfect position. Kunza up ahead, now Coast has to send it over. Walker off the block there. Nelson keeps it alive. Now for Larson. Larson tries to find the far line. It's out. And now it's set point for Hawley.
And it's kind of tides rolling against the Yellow Jackets. But one thing you can take out of this is the battle. The second is the play of Maddie Kunza. She's come in and just put the ball on the setter's hand, which she did right there again. She's been a real calming influence in that back row.
Coast to Hackle in the back row. And an illegal hit. We'll give it to Hawley 25-20 as they take set 2. Yellow Jackets battled, but Hawley persevered in the end with that 6-0 run.
Yeah, there were adjustments being made by both clubs, and the Yellow Jackets did a really good job. Again, it's eliminating that one stretch in there. They played well, I would say 90% of that whole set, Jason. They just had one little stretch there, and unfortunately, it was about when it was 18-18 or 19-19. They kind of let it balloon away from them, and then it was just too much to recover from.
We'll take a quick timeout, come back, get you set up for set number 3 here on the 549 Media Network.
One of our core values at United Community Bank is reinvesting in the communities we serve. I personally take great pride in this as I'm a 5th generation in our family here at United Community Bank. We've been here for over 100 years. We take a great sense of pride in sort of that reciprocal relationship we have with our community that, you know, we need our community members and they need us, and we love giving back and reinvesting.
Hear that? That's your team here at KLN cheering you on as you go through this crazy journey of life. Having a career that sets you up with a great team to cheer you on can really make a difference. Here at KLN Family Brands, not only do you have a team that's there for you, but you have benefits that will set you up to win every day. With healthcare coverage as low as $25 a month, tuition reimbursement, a $10,000 home loan program for qualified employees, recruiting bonuses, and more. Apply today, build your tomorrow at klnfamilybrands.com.
New Horizons Realty is a full-service real estate company who has been helping buyers and sellers in Lakes Country for over 25 years. They understand the local market conditions because they are from here, live here, and have lifelong careers in real estate. Get a free estimate with an experienced, local, laid-back, and friendly agent that's a part of a team you can trust and will go to work for you. Visit permrealestate.com or call 218-346-7767 to speak with Chad and his dedicated team at New Horizons Realty in Perm.
Welcome back into the Hive. We get ready for set number 3 between the Yellow Jackets and the Hawley Nuggets. It should be a fun one here, as it was a close one in set number 2. We'll get ready for set number 3 with the Nuggets and the Yellow Jackets getting ready to go.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Yellow Jackets, you're just fighting to keep battling the way you're battling. Keep improving on the things that worked well for you. Again, I'm going to bring it up again, Jason. Maddie Kunza, I thought, did an excellent job coming into the back row. They went right at her, and she never backed down an inch, so nice job, Maddie, coming into the game. And again, I want to see the continued attack by some of the veterans, and they're not all seniors, but Mari Pulver and Greta Razor and Addie Hackle is a veteran to this team, only being a sophomore. To see them swing away here and put some pressure on the Nuggets, try to get them out of their sequence or out of their offensive set.
Since we got a moment again before the start of this third set, we'd like to thank all our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. If you're interested in advertising, again, check out or send me an email at jgrowth@perham.k12.mn.us. I'd like to thank United Community Bank, KLN Family Brands, Perham Health, EOT Insurance, Hammers Construction, Jack Shivers Realty, Lakes Ace Hardware, and New Horizons Realty. For your support to the 549 Media Network, we thank you for tuning in, and thank you for that support of tonight's broadcast. And we'll get ready to go with the Hawley Nuggets starting to serve set number 3 here at the Hive. And with that first serve is Fleming. Set here for Razor off the block. I believe there was a tip. No, there wasn't. It's 1-0.
Boy, it sure seemed like there was a tip, just the way the ball sounded. But again, that's exactly what I called for, and I'd love to see that. Razor came out, just unleashed on one.
Now Griffin, a good attack there, but Hawley keeps it alive. Diving save by Hackle. Razor, but an illegal hit. And it's 2-0.
Boy, that little roll shot is really tough, especially when you have a team that swings away and all of a sudden they just roll one over the net. Really hard to make that adjustment when you're on kind of back on your heels.
Nelson goes with the set there. Razor has to readjust and does so wisely, noticing the hole over the block and just drops it down over the block. It's 2-1.
Again, turnabout's fair play right there. And that's what I like about swinging away early, Jason, is if she wouldn't have, they wouldn't have played her the way they did, and then it allowed her to just drop that one over the net for an easy point.
Just like that, there's an answer. It's Kendall and Hill.
Boy, Hawley spreads their offense around, Jason, as I'm looking at the stats. No one person stands out, but they have multiple people in that 4 to 6 to 7 kill range tonight, and it's hard to defend that when you don't know which direction the ball's going.
And it's also tough to defend this dynamic service game. The serve received there was tough for the Yellowjackets on the strong serve again from Mallory Halverson. She was the one at the line to end the last set.
I have her for 3 aces in this game, which tells you that she's doing something right at the service line.
Skying and nailing the end line is Ingrid Rustad. It's 5-1. Her leaping ability is just something else.
And how she adjusts in the air, Jason, it doesn't have to be perfect for her to put a good hit on the ball. She's just doing a great job tonight.
A serve, Halverson. And it might be early timeout time. And it is. Yellow Jackets take a timeout. We'll take it with them. They trail set 3, 6-1.
One of our core values at United Community Bank is reinvesting in the communities we serve. I personally take great pride in this, as I'm a 5th generation in our family here at United Community Bank. We've been here for over 100 years. We take a great sense of pride in sort of that reciprocal relationship we have with our community, that, you know, we need our community members and they need us, and we love giving back and reinvesting.
Welcome back to the Hive. Set 3 right now, all Hawley. They lead 6-1. A lot of it due to the service game from Mallory Halverson.
Yeah, she has been dynamic all game at the service line, but just recently here with a couple ace serves puts her on my unofficial stats at 4. And what a weapon when you can do that, especially coming off the Yellowjackets. I thought should be coming off of a set where they felt like they played really well and had the Nuggets on the ropes for a little while. She's kind of come back here now and just quieted the crowd again.
Kind of amazing how much she's controlled this game from the service line. Another strong serve. Nelson with a tough return. The Yellowjackets will just have to send it over and give Hawley an opportunity here. Set there, Rustad too strong. Kind of see that one developing on the leap and the hit.
Yeah, she got extended with their arm and not able to get that follow through to get that hit that back line like she's been so successful with tonight. But Yellowjackets, it's time to make a little run. We can't afford to let this get too far out of hand. Hawley Nuggets are just too good.
Set far side for Larson. Walker puts it up. Now they'll come back to her for the attack. Off the tape, Larson keeps it up. Now set to Larson. And Larson off the block, saved again by Walker. Blocked at the net that time, and Hackle wins the battle at the net to make it 6-3.
And a nice job. That's set up by Larson. She doesn't get killed. You're not going to see her in the stat line tomorrow because of that, but two nice cross-court hits kind of got the Nuggets reeling a little bit, allowed for that block to happen.
Nice little serve by Pulver, blocked at the net, punched up though that time by Hill. Now Coase with the set for Hackle. She tries to direct it. Stotts is there. Now Walker again, punches it over. Punched up by Hackle. Coase dives, saves it. And Pulver keeps it alive by sending it over. Tough set there for Rustad. Pulver digs it up. And now miscommunication, but Razor's there to send it over and keep this volley alive. Rustad punches it in the back row and finds it. Just enough for Rustad to get it over the block and then to no man's land in the far corner.
You talked about her leaping abilities. It's just like she's hanging in air at times. Like even when she misjumps it or the set's not where she thinks it's going to be, she can hang there long enough and still get some pressure on it as another ace serve for the Nuggets. That serve by Stotts is another ace serve.
And Stotts again right at Nelson. Nelson comes up for that one. Keeps it alive. Hackle punches it over. Walker now set far side. Off the block, Rustad kept alive by Coast. Now up ahead for Griffin. Griffin with the attack and the kill. Nice attack there by Jocelyn Griffin.
And it's really nice that left-handed swing cross court is difficult because you don't see it a lot. And it's a nice weapon to have, and especially that Griffin's a freshman, to think how she's going to build off that. And the Yellow Jackets can be pretty dynamic with what they have for outside hitters in right and left-handed.
Hamburger, nice dive to keep it alive. Larson sends it over. Hawley trying to capitalize, punched over that time with the attack by Johnson, and the Yellow Jackets send their return long.
Right, and we haven't seen a lot of that quick game from the Nuggets either, and that caught the Yellow Jackets off guard a little bit. And it's a nice arsenal to have, especially when you have a 6-foot lady in the middle off that quick hit.
Rustad, an ace. 10-4. And now coming in will be Maddie Kunza.
Unofficially, that I have the Nuggets with 10 aces tonight, Jason, and that's a lot to recover from, especially in this rally scoring for the Yellow Jackets. So again, that serve receive is something I'm sure will be continued to work on, but that's a tough serve. I mean, it's coming at a different angle. I know that one was out of bounds, but you watch that, it's barely over the net, and it's diving in like a knuckleball.
Hackle to Stotts on the serve. Punched over, but Kunza keeps it alive. Now for Larson. Larson with the attack in front of Stotts, and it's down for a kill for Jovi Larson.
Larson's had some really good swings here in this third set, and that's, again, you're trying to build weapons kind of like Hawley Nuggets have, and it's coming for the Yellow Jackets, and you can watch it. We're watching it live right here as it's happening.
Kunza now. Razor keeps it alive. Sets and dug up by Hackle. Now Larson. Nice save there by Rustad. Now Walker with it. Nelson keeps it up. And sent over quickly by Coast. And Rustad tried to return the favor. Doesn't work. Into the net. Now the Yellow Jackets have rallied to within 3.
Yeah, and a good job by the Yellow Jackets. I thought it was trailing away from them. And now that life is back. But again, that's the kind of things we've been talking about. And Hackle's had a great night at the service line, don't get me wrong. But that's one you'd like to have because she's such a good server.
And that's killed there by Fleming. And it's 12-7. Serving will be Emma Sanis. And they serve into that far corner as Kunza trying to get to it late. 13-7.
And again, it's always, and that's a good team, Jason. It always seems like Hawley has some sort of answer when the Yellow Jackets make a run.
And there's Razor with a kill to make it 13-8. And Nelson will serve for the Yellow Jackets. And that's buried in the middle once again by Annika Johnson. That's 14-8.
And Johnson steps up to the line. She's had a really wicked serve as well tonight. Goes deep and buries it, right? Just kind of like we called. She's had a really nice game kind of stepping in here a little bit more maybe than she has in the past.
Now coming to be Haley Jelinek for Hawley. As Johnson will serve. At Nelson, and the Yellow Jackets can't control it. 16-8 in favor of Hawley. They're about to close in on a sweep tonight. As Johnson will serve. Off the tape. Pulver tries to keep it alive. Razor does, but the signal's out of rotation.
And I think that call's going to stand.
16-9. And now a sub coming in. Griffin will come in for Kunza. And Coast will serve for the Yellow Jackets. And that's put down in front, 17-9 in favor of Hawley. As the machine continues to roll. Now serving will be Stella Fleming. And into the net are the Nuggets. And Greta Razor will now serve. At 17-10, right at Stotts. Hawley will send it over. Razor in the back row, keeps it up. Now Coast with the set for Griffin. Griffin with the attack into the net. Hawley keeps it alive. Now for Pulver. Dug up and saved. Now set near side. Punched over. Razor. Coast looking for Hackle in the middle. Coast sends that over with the left hand, but Hawley keeps that up and keeps it going. But the Yellow Jackets are in the net. And it's 18-10. Favor the Nuggets.
Yeah, they move really well. You can tell they played together. Interesting, Jason, as I was looking, we talk about the youth of the Yellow Jackets. This isn't a really super old veteran. I mean, I think they played a lot, but you look at, there's a lot of juniors and sophomores on the court for the Nuggets as well. So don't want to be the bearer of bad news for the Yellow Jackets, but I don't think the Nuggets are going away anytime soon either.
That's 19-10. In favor of Hawley. Serving now is Haley Jelinek. And the Yellow Jackets send that over. Hackle gets it over. It's 19-11. And now coming back in will be Katarina Vetter as Mari Pulver will serve for the Yellow Jackets. Pulver was a little early. Didn't wait for the official's whistle. Mari off the tape. Pulver with that serve. Razor, coast. Set there for Hackle off the block. Hawley somehow keeps the things alive. And Griffin pops that over and gets it down. Jocelyn Griffin swinging away. The lefty gets that down. Kunza will come in for Griffin.
Not putting you on the spot, Jason, but I don't know. I might have to ask somebody a little more qualified than me. Is that a warning then? And then so many warnings if you serve before the whistle, or it's just a restart? So maybe that I'll have to find out that question so I become smarter at this game of volleyball. But I don't know that I've ever seen it happen before.
Off the block, Walker for Hawley. I've seen it happen a few times, and basically I think it's just,
Start over.
Start over is what I've seen. But I'm sure if it continues, there's got to be something more
in the rule books there. So it's kind of an interesting. I'll have to talk to a few of the people that I know that know a little more about volleyball than I do.
Yellow Jackets,
which is about anybody.
Had another unique substitution. Griffin's back in for Kunza. It's now Griffin. Punches that one in the net in the block.
Boy, I really like how she attacks from that left side. I know that one went into the net, but she's up in the air and she's ready, and she loves to attack cross court, which I think puts a lot of pressure on a defense, especially when they think a lot of times that outside is going to go down the line.
Brenna Caldor checks in for the Yellow Jackets. And that's sent long in the back row by Razor. (22-12) in favor of Hawley. Another substitution coming in. Kyla Wolf will come in for Razor. Gracie Hecker will check in for Walker. Serving, Hannah Stotts. Stotts will serve. Hackle sends that over. And 2 hits on the set. And I think the delay there was with Razor checking out, the captain on the floor had to be identified, and that's what it was, because the captain's the ones that talk to the officials. And that's my uneducated guess from up here on that one, as Maddie Kunza will serve.
I'm going with you. That sounds pretty qualified to me.
Back roll, it's long. Nelson with the good read on that one. It's 22-14.
Nice communication back there by Wolf and Sophie Nelson as they kind of looked at each other and they said it was going long, and it did. So good job by the Yellow Jackets making a little run here very late. Nice serve.
Razor back in for the Yellow Jackets. That one's down for Gracie Hecker. Gets the kill, makes it 23-14. Now Rustad will serve as Hawley looks to head back on Highway 10 victorious. Nice serve by Rustad. Now she sets it there, and a big attack by Johnson, but the Yellow Jackets keep it alive. Dug up there by Razor, now sent over by Nelson. Hawley, quick sets by Rustad as she was catching the Yellow Jackets who were getting ready for the big hitters. She found the opening. It's 24-14. Sets and match point for the Nuggets. Now Hackle. Nice dive and save, but it's drops in along the sideline. The Yellow Jackets thought it was out. It drops in, and Hawley takes it 25-14. They win the match 3-0, 25-13, 25-20, and 25-14. We'll take a break, and we'll come back to wrap things up here on the 549 Media Network.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
And Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
Right here in downtown Perham.
Since 1980, more families have depended on Jack Chivers Realty than anyone else in the Lakes area. Whether it's buying or selling, Chivers delivers. I'm Blake Olson, the owner of Jack Chivers Realty. My goal is to show you that great service doesn't go out of style like garden gnomes. At Jack Chivers Realty, we make the buying and selling process simple and stress-free. We're dedicated to guiding you through every step with ease. Find out how Chivers delivers for yourself. Reach out today and start packing. JackChiversRealty.com.
One of our core values at United Community Bank is reinvesting in the communities we serve. I personally take great pride in this as I'm a fifth generation in our family here at United Community Bank. We've been here for over 100 years. We take a great sense of pride in sort of that reciprocal relationship we have with our community that, you know, we need our community members and they need us, and we love giving back and reinvesting.
It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction, your vision, our team. It's not necessary to build your business in Perham, Minnesota to be successful. But it sure does help. Hammers Construction, your vision, our team.
Well, welcome back here, 549 Media. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock as we wrap things up from the Hive tonight. It was a strong victory for the Hawley Nuggets as they earned a 3-0 victory over the Yellow Jackets tonight by a score of 25-13, 25-20, and 25-14. As you might be able to hear in the background, momentum tonight was all on the Hawley side.
That's for sure, and they just spread the ball around so well. It's hard to defend. I thought the Yellow Jackets did a great job blocking tonight. But there's just too many weapons on that Hawley team, Jason, and not one of them stood out on the stat line of my unofficial stats, but there's like 6 of them that had 5 kills or 6 kills. That's tough to defend.
And they definitely spread the ball around nicely, and I thought one of the keys along with that was also their service game. Mallory Halverson in set 2 really took control at the service line, and she carried that momentum into the beginning of set 3.
Yeah, and I had them anywhere from 13 to 15 ace serves tonight. And when you're getting that many points off an ace serve, usually you get on some sort of run, and that's just what they did. And even in that second set when the Yellow Jackets made it really difficult, it was the service line more so than the kill attempts that really ended up defeating the Yellow Jackets, I believe. So this is a good team. They're rated 3 for a reason. And the Yellow Jackets, I thought, did a good job battling in that second set, but the other 2 was just a little bit too much Nuggets tonight.
Hawley improves their season mark to 2-0. The Yellow Jackets dropped to 0-3. The Yellow Jackets turn around, and they're back here at the Hive on Thursday. They get ready to take on the Barnesville Trojans here at the Hive, and you know the Trojans are going to come swinging.
Right, they're going to bring athletes, they're going to bring competitors, and if you're the Yellow Jackets, you know, you have to have a short-term memory. Greta Razor talked about that last week with us, Jason. You got to flip the page. You got to practice tomorrow, and then be ready to play again, and then again and again and again as you head to the tournament. And again, it's going to be one of those tournaments. I don't know that you're going to see too much easy competition when you're down there.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. We apologize for the technical glitches that happened during the broadcast, but we're hopeful we're able to get those straightened out as the broadcast rolled on. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight and every night for making these broadcasts possible. United Community Bank, KLN Family Brands, Perham Health, EOT Insurance, Hammers Construction, Jack Rivers Realty, Lakes Ace Hardware, and New Horizons Realty. We thank you for your support. We thank you for tuning in to tonight's game here on the 549 Media Network. For Let's Rock, I'm Jason Groth. Have a good night.